Hello, wonderful readers. Today is Friday, July 30th, Saturday, July 30th, and I have not actually finished Cutting for Stone by Abraham Verghese, but I have read about half of it and had a really good book discussion. So I think I am able to at least tell you a little bit of what the book is about. The basic story is about these twins, Marion and Shiva, who were born of a nun in a hospital called Missing Hospital in Ethiopia. And this is set back in like just after World War II, in the 50s, 60s, and they're talking. You kind of get jumped in at the prologue, and you get a little bit of a, this is what's going to happen, and it actually irritated me a lot, because right away they say, this is what happened to my mom, we don't really know where my dad is, da 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 da, and then, so then for like the next 250 pages, I'm like, okay, when are we going to have all these things happen? Because it's just a lot of, this is my mom, and this is what she was doing, and this is what the hospital's about, and this is what this guy does. And it was really interesting and beautiful. He has beautiful writing, and all of the sentences put together are just wonderful. But he's also very detailed, which is great if it's describing things like a sunset or a character, which he does really well. But he also describes in great detail things like medical procedures, and he doesn't spare us the gore, because apparently he's also a doctor, and so all of these details are in the text, and he just tells you about it. And I gagged. I could not read some of the nasty medical terms. So if you are not put off by anything like that, I highly recommend this book. His writing style is fantastic. It's very adult, so you've got the medical and you've got lots of violence, because that's really interestingly describing what's going on in Ethiopia, and it's not just the political aspects, although that's described as well, but you get to see the poor people and what their issues are, and how this little hospital in the capital of Ethiopia is able to do what they can do based on missionary supports and things sent over from foreign countries to help them do their jobs, and how all of that comes together, and the way these kids, who both end up in the medical field, end up doing fantastic things for this world and for Ethiopia especially. But it's fascinating from a historical and a medical point of view to see just how bad off Ethiopia was, that they were excited for things that in America, even in the 60s, were very commonplace things. And they were super excited to get like an X-ray machine that actually worked, and these other kinds of things that you don't really think about being an issue in like 1960s. So as far as the writing style and all of the fantastic details goes, I highly recommend the book. I'm not sure I'm going to personally finish it, or if I do, I'm going to be skimming over some of those really gross parts, because I can somehow stand like somebody getting shot, or, you know, all the nasty violence I see in the teen books, but having the medical procedure, it's not there. So, highly recommend. My next book I will be looking at is White Cat. I'm loving it so far. I'm maybe 20-30 pages in. So if you have any other comments, suggestions, I know White Cat's the first in the series, so I'll be looking forward to the other pieces as I get them. And I hope you all have a fantastic evening and keep reading.